Good morning everybody, welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Thursday the 7th of September 2023 and this is your morning message tarot reading. So we have some astrology for you. Let me just find out where it is. Here we are. Fairly quiet day today. Okay, we've got the moon in Gemini all day. It's going to form a sextile to Chiron in Aries and a square to Pisces in Neptune. So trying to intellectualise healing just brings confusion. At the moment, the best thing to do with the energy is just surrender to it and allow yourself to go with the flow rather than to try and understand it or do anything with it. That's what I'm doing at the moment. Okay, let's do some cards. We're going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle and the deck and the Cat People Tarot deck. So let's see, what do we need to know as we move into September? 2 weeks till autumn equinox. Where's the year gone? Anyway, what do we need to know for today, Thursday the 7th of September 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? And what do we need to know? Okay, so new life. This has been coming up a lot just recently, this new life card, and I do feel like we're just on the cusp of the new life. I think we need to wait for the new moon in Virgo, which happens the same day as Mercury stations direct in Virgo. But yeah, just a real strong feeling that oops, little wanted to come out next, soulmates. So we'll pop that just there. Okay, it actually goes above it because the colour's quite similar. Okay, so could be love in the air, could new life, new love coming in. Okay, then we've got chaos and conflict. That feels like now. And then we've got between worlds. So yeah, we're between worlds. We're between the chaos and conflict and the new life, soulmate energy. Straddled between the worlds. Yeah, it feels like this full moon in Pisces that we've just had, and the new moon, the approaching new moon in Virgo. It feels like we're straddling sort of that axis, and that's just, yeah, things are a bit all over the place. It feels a bit, the energy just feels chaotic and unsettled, and just a sense of there's absolutely nothing we can do about it apart from surrender. Okay. Life changes and evolution and transformations are rarely easy processes to go through. Usually there's a lot of chaos and conflict, because we're being called to change. We're being called to come out of our comfort zones. We're being called to stand in our vulnerability. We're being called to have faith and trust that this stuff is really going on in the background, and we just can't see it yet. And yeah, it can bring up insecurities, it can bring up fears, and just tiredness and exhaustion when it feels as relentless as it does at the moment. Let me know if anybody else is feeling this as well. Then yeah, I think there's some soulmates. Connect to yourself, connect to your partners if you have one, bring yourself together. be around friends, and just generally take care of each other, support each other through this. Okay, let's do some tarot and see what the tarot wants to tell us. I just want to put that the other way around now. It feels like we're going to wake up from something. Oh my God. Excuse me. Okay, let's see. What do we need to know? What do we need to know for today, Thursday the 7th of September 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance does Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so where we find ourselves, Five of Swords. Going into the background, we've got the Seven of Cups. Beneath us, we've got the Seven of Swords. Above, we've got the Star. And then we've got the Ten of Wands. Okay, the clarifiers. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Swords. So we've got the 5, 6, 7 of Swords. Okay. And then we've got rejuvenation, the Judgment card. Let's see what's going on underneath in the subconscious. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Wands. We've got the Sun. Yeah, we've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Magician. We've got the Hanged Man. We've got the Ace of Wands. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so a couple of aces there. A couple of aces up our sleeves there. That's always good. Okay, so where we find ourselves now, the Five of Swords. When we're in these difficult places and we feel out of control and we feel vulnerable, and we're doubting ourselves and worrying about things, it's very easy to self-sabotage. So for me, the Five of Swords is about self-sabotage. It's when we're trying to do something to make things more comfortable, but we don't know where we are and we don't know what we're doing. And just oftentimes it just makes things worse. So be aware of that energy today. Okay, moving into the past, the energy that's leaving is the Seven of Cups. You could have all sorts of fantasy futures going on in your head of what might happen, worst case scenarios. Oh my God, if I don't act now, it's going to be too late. Oh my God, everything's going to go wrong. You know that energy? Yeah, and when we're in that energy, we're more likely to self-sabotage. Okay. The foundation energy is Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is to stop lying to ourselves, deceiving ourselves, and pick up the sword of truth and look into it, see the reflection. How I see the sword of truth is the metal is so shiny, it's like a mirror. Okay, and when we have the nerve to hold it up in front of ourselves, we can see what's reflected back at us. And yeah, and that's what we're being asked to do. The Seven of Swords, see the truth. Message from Spirit, the gift, the guidance, the Star. So it's a time of healing. It's a time of hope and opportunities. Also, I don't usually get this message from the Star, but it's like sort of follow the astrology, which is what I was talking about at the beginning as well. It's mapped out in the stars. Trust. Okay. And then sort of moving into the energy of the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is about overwhelm. when we've taken on too much stuff, trying to do too much of our own stuff, and we've taken on other people's stuff as well. We've said yes to other people when we really should have been honest with ourselves, connected in with ourselves, and thought, have I got the energy for this? Do I want to do this? Which we don't sometimes. We just say yes, it's out of habit. We don't actually think about it. And we don't realise until we're in the position of the 10 of Wands and we're completely overwhelmed. So look at how you can simplify your life, whether that is, stop imagining the fantasy futures, stop self-sabotaging, take time out to rest for yourself, say no to people, boundaries. I think we've got the have we got the 7 of Pentacles? We've got the 7 of Wands here somewhere. Yeah, boundaries. Okay, and just be gentle with yourself. Okay, so the clarifiers, we've got the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, cardinal earth, Capricorn energy. It's what we're building. Security and a good life in the real world, in the physical world. Okay, the money in the bank, the home, the career, whatever it is for you, whatever that looks like, whatever that security and stability looks like. Okay, it's there. Then we've got the 6 of Wands. So we're moving away from the difficult situations. It's almost like we've just got to hold our nerve for a bit longer. Okay, there's all this stuff going on in the background. I noticed today we've got another load of cards in the subconscious. So it's all going on out of sight. Remember, with all these planets in retrograde, so it's very hard to know sort of what's actually going on. But the 6 of Swords reminds us that we're being helped and supported and carried to calmer waters. And the other thing we're doing, and again with all these retrogrades, we're going through a rejuvenation. We have this opportunity, especially during September and October, where we have this opportunity to recalibrate. Okay, what's working, what's not working, what do we have to change, reviewing everything, going inwards, connecting to the energies within us. Okay, change course, change direction if you need to. Maybe you don't know at the moment. Maybe you're like me and you're sat in the void. Okay, and it's like waiting, with a sense that sort of, there's no good trying to push for the answers. It's like surrender to the void, and see what comes, what opens up before you at the right time. Remember, divine timing is always important in these matters, but you will be rest assured you will come out of this. You will be rejuvenated. Okay, so what's going on in the subconscious? So we've got the 4 of Pentacles. Don't hold on tightly to any attachments. There are things we will have to let go of. There's things we're being asked to let go of now. The energy, one of the energies I'm getting a big sense of is emptying out, just letting go, making space. Okay, if we don't empty the stuff out internally, there isn't space for the new to come in. We have to empty out the space. We have to surrender it. We have to let go of things. We have to not be attached to things that we've thought are permanent in our life. Nothing's permanent in our lives. But if that's sort of part of that, that's become part of your identity or who you are, and you don't know who you're transforming into, it can be a bit hard to let go of that. Okay, but again, it comes back to that trust. It's like, okay, I'm going to give you this part of me, and I'm going to just trust that it's all going to be fine. Okay, that's what we're doing. So we're being asked to not overly attach to anything. Then we're being reassured that victory will come, the 6 of Wands. Okay, it's like, it's okay, trust, it's going to be fine. Followed by the Sun. Okay, Our core identity, shining our light out into the world. We're not going to be forsaken. Okay, with what have we got here? With the Seven of Wands, boundaries, know what you are and what's not you. Protect your energy, cleanse your energy, protect your energy. Okay, set intentions of sort of it all working out fine and you get to follow your bliss and things. That is doing the work every day, the Eight of Pentacles. If you do nothing else, cleanse your energy, protect your energy, and just hold that intention that it's all going to work out fine. Okay, then we've got them doing the work, we become the magician. Okay, we bring all that energy down, we transform it within us, and then we manifest it out into the world. Okay, maybe we need to look at what we're manifesting or wanting to manifest and have a different perspective. Okay, this can also be suspended animation as well, that we are in this holding pattern, but we can still think about our intentions and you know, sort of how we want our new life to look, but in positive terms rather than fantasy futures. Okay, then we've got the Ace of Wands, that spark of potential. That might come from looking at stepping back, letting go of the attachments, looking at things from a different perspective, could spark a new direction. That leads to the Ten of Pentacles. We've got the King of Pentacles, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. Two of the best cards to go, it's going to be fine. In the 3D, it's all going to be fine for you, just trust. Okay. And then we've got the Knight of Cups, messages of love coming in. Okay. I'm seeing this has been related to the soulmate card here that wanted to come out, flew out the deck. There's new life coming. And soulmates can be soulmate to yourself, you know, or, you know, that coming together within yourself, your higher self and your physical self. You know, divine feminine, divine masculine within you coming together instead of fighting each other and being out of alignment. Okay, so bringing all that together, messages of love. Okay, messages of love for yourself, acceptance, self-worth, self-love. Okay, brings the opportunity, the Ace of Pentacles, something, that new life is coming. It's just at the moment we're just in between everything and it can just feel a bit sort of and we catch ourselves in those moments of self-doubt and things. Okay, we all do it, I do it, I had one this morning. Oof, yeah. Oh, right in the solar plexus it was as well. Right, yeah, I felt it, uncomfortable. And I don't know if any of it was real anyway, or it was just the imaginations in my head. But yeah, that coming back to trust myself when there's absolutely nothing to be seen out there, that tells me I'm not crazy, and it is all working out. So you're not alone in this. I'm with you in this. Okay, so let's see. Let's have one of these Art of the Sacred Wheel cards, because they just seem to sum up the readings really nicely, don't they? I'm loving them. So let's see. What do we need to know for Thursday, the 7th of September 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? What did I say? We've got to let go. The Four of Pentacles, letting go to anything we're attached to. I'll put my glasses on, I can see what it actually says on the card. Number 18, letting go, direction of transformation. What was it saying? That's what we're going through, transformation. So let's see, it's one of the moon cards. The lunar energy cards. Let's have a look, where are we? 19, 20. Okay, letting go. Look at beautiful artwork as well. Isn't that fantastic? Okay. Number 18, letting go, direction of transformation. This sensual feeling moon calls you to discern how to balance your needs against your desires. So the Lunar Mother card, gifting. You are being called into the combined realms of initiation and responsive action. Right now, a burst of energy is available to you and it must be used consciously and wisely. It is essential free-flowing energy of your sacred essence being revealed just as veils over that light are thinning. How this energy is used means any form of action or non-action is creative energy being harnessed and directed. You are on the cusp of a shift in frequency and you are called to look deeply into what truly serves and release what is not in alignment with you, with your longer term best interests. What was I saying? Okay. There is an initiation into the hidden realms within and an urgency in the core to truly respond to what is being revealed in your deeper knowing and act. Action fueled by a deeper discernment, a subtler understanding and a knowing of the needs whispered from the depths of your soul. It is time to lean in deep into a greater listening so that any action comes from the root of self-knowledge rather than any other influence in your life. Those influences could be any rising inner storms with the release of bound energy as the hidden realms reveal and undo, or from outer influences carried on the winds that may be passing through this time of change around you. The moon calls you to be wise and slow everything down so clean and clear responses based on your intuitive knowing can be heard and embodied through action. The more you slow down, the more your consciousness speeds up, creating the space for a subtle hearing where you can be initiated into a new way, a new moment, a new fresh viewpoint of yourself and how you respond and see life. You're being called to prepare for a new way between worlds. Okay, so the lunar wheel reflection. This full moon is known as Hunter's Moon. It's also called Travel Moon, Dying Grass Moon, and sometimes even Blood Moon, not to be confused with Lunar Eclipse Blood Moon, or Sanguine Moon. It is called the Hunter's Moon as this was the time after the harvest when the deer and other animals were more easily seen. The moonlight, coupled with the clearing of harvest fields, which brought out animals into clearings, gave greater visibility to the hunter. Autumn season. The autumn full moon reveals how nature is starting to shift and change and enter a time of release. The leaves on the trees display their full spectrum of colourful beauty before falling back to the earth. Yeah, I've just noticed, even though we've got this Indian summer thing going on at the moment, I have noticed some of the trees around where I live just starting to change colour. It's the beginning. It's the beginning of autumn. The days are getting colder and the nights are starting to noticeably draw deeper. Nature cares for all her creatures with abundance of food to fatten and store. The moon signals to you that just like the great mother bear, it is time to prepare a den to give birth in over the coming cold months of winter. Create a ritual to support you by honouring and acknowledging that a shift in your perception and way of being is now called. Consciously open the space for deeper listening and seeing. And the reflection ritual. in which areas or circumstances are you feeling pressure or a struggle that is not serving or supporting you? Okay, so things to think about. But yeah, we're in we're in a strange place, and say the best thing we can do is just surrender to it, not trying to fight it, not trying to hold on to who we were, because you know that who you're going to become is going to be bigger and better than what you're leaving behind. So anyway, that's your reading for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, please do like, share, subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell wherever it is for notifications when I'm releasing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day,